I think the invention of a Kindle has been the greatest thing since sliced bread. As a girl who reads over 100 books a year, who's going travelling for a year, it would stress me out to no end. Think about where I'm going to get my next read, my next book fix, carrying around loads of books at a time, relying on little small libraries where the choice is probably not going to be what I'm on. It's probably going to be Thriller City, which, not my bag, romance girly at heart. Because of this tiny little thing that's what, like 6 inches big, my life is saved forever. I'm going to show you what's on my Kindle that I've pre-downloaded, ready for travelling in, well, I go in like 8 days. Things I found deals on, and mostly they're going to be KU finds. But for this conversation, I do think we need a cup of tea. So let's go. Are you coming? I'd say we could begin. I've got like a semi-varied selection. I mean, I've got fantasy or I've got romance. They're sort of the two things I dabble in. Start with the fantasy and then we move to everyone's favourite, which is the romance. Most of these are going to be Kindle unlimited downloads. Trying not to read any of them before I go. As you can see, there's plenty physical to get through. First one we've got is City of Souls and Sinners by Kayla Edwards. This is the sequel to, oh, I can't see it. It's like a City of Gods and Monsters, I believe. It's a fantasy book that's this big. It is massive, and it had all of the best fantasy tropes and elements that you could pull from all of your favourite books. It was like Trope City. I loved it. So this is the sequel. I've just got it on Goodreads because I literally couldn't tell you what it is about. The like villain in the story has sort of risen again, is blackmailing the main character. She's lying to the love interest because she wants to protect him, and she's got magic but she's got none of it left, and everyone's like, what the fuck's going on? And I think it's massive again, so that'll keep me going for a long old time. Then we've got The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Clarissa Broadbent. This was another very popular BookTok book at the time it came out, and I never read it. I was always meaning to. Read the first one in her other series, Daughter of No World, and that was unreal. Really excited to read this one. This one's got vampires, and I love vampires. I really, really love it, but I love her writing, so I think this is going to be good. This is #1 in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, and it's basically human has to make a deal and an alliance with mysterious man who I'm assuming is said vampire, and they're enemies, and then they're going to be lovers. I just think vampire books, I mean, I was a Twilight girl at heart, so it's no surprise that I love them. They're so good. I think I'm going to read that one on the airplane. Yeah, I don't know. Next, it's not fantasy, but it's not contemporary romance, so it's somewhere in the middle. It's a paranormal romance, I believe. It's called Psycho Shifters. I saw this one doing the rounds on TikTok, like, you know, when they've got all the quotes and you've got all the, like, the TikTok edits. Yeah, I saw one of this and I was reeled in, and it just looked very good, and I haven't read a sort of paranormal shifter, I think it's reverse harem as well, and I haven't read one of those in ages, so I thought that would be a really good choice just to have a bit of fun, easy reading. It's about this girl. She finds out she's an elite shifter, so she gets sent to like the army. Turns out she's got 3 6'5" male roommates. You can see where that is going, and I just love that. That would never happen in the real world, and I'm completely obsessed with it. I think that'll be a great time. Okay, moving on to contemporary romance. Probably the most anticipated release I have on here at the moment is King of Greed by Anna Huang. One that I'll probably read first. I'm saying that about everything. This is #3 in the, I don't even know what the series is called, hold on. King of Greed is #3 in the Kings of Sin series, which follows Dominic and I can't remember her name, Alexandra maybe or something like that, and they're married, but like it's on the ropes, it's a bit rocky. He's like a rich man, doesn't pay her any attention, and she's like, just love me. I have heard mixed reviews, so I'm not sure, but obviously I will give it a go. I love Anna. She is one of my auto-buy, auto-read authors, so I will always read what she writes, and I'm just excited to see where she takes that story, because I feel like Marriage in Crisis is such a good trope. Love it. These are in now no particular order, they're just how they come. The Summer We Fell by by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This I saw because one of my besties on here, Luna Crescent Books, she was reading this and she rated it like 4 or 5 stars, and I trust her judgment. If she's rating a book 4 or 5 stars, I know I'm gonna love it. We have very similar taste in books and in ratings. Let me find out what this one is about and I'll give you a little synopsis. There's a naked man on the cover though, so I do think that tells you all you need to know. Wait, hold your horses. Okay, ex-boyfriend's best friend rekindled 10 years later. Stop. Say no more. I'm here for it. Oh, that sounds delightful. I'm excited. I'm excited already. Consider Me by Becca Mack. These were doing the rounds, have been doing the rounds for literally ever, and I've never read them, and I honestly don't know what they're about. The covers, they give nothing away. This one's got a man's chest dripping with water. I mean, obviously it's giving romance, but what else? I don't know. So let's find out, shall we? This is really exciting. I love finding out what books are about that I've had on my TBR and that I've just never bothered because I've just seen all people that I follow that I trust their recommendations. And like, if I wasn't filming this video, I absolutely would not Google what they're about and I would just go in blind. Does that say something about my personality? Yeah, probably. Stop it right now. It's a hockey romance. How did I not know that? How has everyone failed to mention these are hockey romances? Maybe I just have not been paying attention. Another personal flaw. Oh, sorry, it's the resident bad boy. It's giving Mile High. It's got some pretty decent ratings. It just looks like a bog standard romance. I know obvious tropes that are giving it away from me yet, so we'll see. A few of my besties have read it. Em's Book Talk rated it 4.5 stars, so she's never let me down actually. She was the one, I didn't listen, to be fair, a long time ago. She was the one that told me to read Elsie Silver. I didn't listen because I was like, why would I want to read a cowboy romance? Boy, was I wrong! This one is purely because of Heather McClary, you know the babe, I don't even need to explain who she is. Butcher and Blackbird, so that's a dark romance. Again, haven't got a clue, but it went wild. Everyone was loving it, and I haven't read a dark romance in yonks and yonks and yonks. By the name, it's giving serial killer. Okay, I love this. The first sentence on Goodreads is, a friends to lovers dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos and spice, unlike anything you've ever read before. Sold. Slay, I'm so good. Every serial killer needs a friend. I don't think I've ever read a serial killer romance before, because there's that one by Sophie Lark, but I've not read that. Oh, stop it, they're both murderers. They're both murderers and it's a dark romantic comedy. I'm so freaking excited for that. In a similar vein, the next one I've got is My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington. That's the first in the Dark Prince Rose series. This one's been recommended by my good friend Megan, Exit Book Babes. She says it's really funny and obviously a bit dark, and every time I see her, she's literally like, have you read it yet? Have you read it yet? So I haven't yet, Megs, but it's coming. It is coming. What is it about? Let me tell you. Dark Romeo and Juliet retelling is what I'm getting from this. Reluctant arranged marriage. Arranged marriage, marriage of convenience, fake dating. Best tropes ever. I love them. I think because they're all kind of branches off of false proximity. False proximity is the mother. She's birthed these tropes and I love them. I love them so much. That's everything I've downloaded on KU so far. The next few that I've got on here are ones that I found good deals for on Kindle, so like 99p deals. So the first one we've got is The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. I see Talia Hibbert everywhere, and I just have never read any of her books, and everyone absolutely raves about them. The Roommate Risk, it was a re-release of a new edit and a new cover, and she was doing a deal. I think it was either 99p or it was free. This is third in the Midnight Heat collection. It's looking like friends to lovers. False proximity again. They're forced to move in together, and you know what's going to happen. They're roommates, and basically they're just going to bonk all the time. Okay, next we got on a 99p deal, Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. You can't go wrong with a TJR. I'm reading Malibu Rising at the moment, and that mentions Carrie Soto, that mentions Seven Husbands, and I literally love it. Carrie Soto, it's about the tennis player. Let me get you the full details. Hold on. Gotta say, the gold cover of Carrie Soto's Back is so ugly. It's about Carrie Soto, who was a super tennis player, world champion, who went in retirement, and then some young up-and-comer is breaking her records, and she's like, absolutely not. So comes out of retirement, goes to training with a past Flame. I'm excited, that'll be good. I mean, they're just amazing, but I find them so emotional. I don't know, there's always a deeper level. They're not just like fluffy. So I save that for when I'm feeling more serious. This was another 99p deal, I think, because this got a new cover as well. This is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. I love Christina Lauren. Yeah, people don't really like them. I love Christina Lauren. Their books are just so easy, so fluffy. Soulmate Equation. This book, The Soulmate Equation, one of my favourite books. It was the cutest, loveliest thing I've read in a long time. Gotta say, the new cover is much nicer than that old one with the notes. It was not a vibe. So it's friends to lovers, but they've split and now they're reconnecting. I don't know what that's called, but it looks like it's told in 2 timelines, which I do like a time jump vibe when you see the throwback and you see present day. So it says love, loss and betrayal, so I think it's going to be a bit of an emotional one, but I'm excited with the same. It gets quite good reviews. Everyone I've seen that's read it has said that they really enjoyed it, so that was only 99p as well. It's shit, I don't really care. Oh my god, that is it. Those are all the books that I've downloaded on my Kindle to take with me when I go travelling in about a week. If you have any suggestions of Kindle Unlimited books, or I would probably even commit to spending some money, or any 99p deals or any of that, books that you think I need in my life right now, and that if I get on an aeroplane and don't read it, I would die, then you need to tell me. I need to know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you back for more.